All right, so you guys know that I'm from the Visitors Bureau. This is the Sonoma Spiel podcast, where we talk about things actually in Sonoma, but we talk to people outside Sonoma Valley.
Right.
You want them to come here.
Hello.
And listen to the radio
I
station.
believe they exist, yes.
There's life off the
Bob,
island.
who barely leaves the island.
There's life off the island.
Why would you want to go to Petaluma? So
Actually, Patagonia is pretty cool.
Bob.
Yeah, that's right. That's where I go to eat.
It's a nice place to visit.
It is nice.
Just come back here to the island.
We'll talk about that. So I'm going to make you guys, I'm going to take you out of the radio station. You're now going to go to the visitor center. You're going to become 2 volunteers at the visitor center. And you're going to help answer my questions. Are you ready? So this is a section we call We Get Questions.
Okay.
Number 1. Hi. Is there a tasting pass for wineries that I can get?
For like every winery or a handful of wineries?
Okay. When you're a volunteer, you need to infer their questions and not like, push questions back at them. So
Just say yes. Whatever it is, say yes.
So is there some wineries? Is there a tasting pass for some wineries that I can get?
Yes.
Well, you're right. There is the new Sonoma Plaza tasting pass that is available. It's actually for sale at the visitor center. And on the podcast, we can talk about things for sale.
It's a crummy commercial.
What? No, we actually got this question.
I'm quoting Ralph. That's Ralph.
Well, who are some of the wineries that I get to taste?
Well, there's 7 that you have your choice from.
There's 7, okay.
But you can choose 3 of the 7, including Caddis, which is there on the tasting room. Palm.
My friend Dwight pours down there.
There's Highway 12, who I believe is also a sponsor of KSV.
Current sponsor.
There's a couple others. Yeah.
So that's a fine deal. Where do you pick those up?
Well, you can go to sonomavalley.com or go right to the visitor center.
We like wine.
Well, come to the visitor center in person. And of course, you're open on the weekends when the tourists are here, right?
We are open 7 days a week. That's why you're volunteering right now. Okay, that's a good job. You answered that one.
Okay.
Well, I didn't do very well.
This one's I'm going to do in Spanish very quickly, but I'm going to do it in English afterwards. Dígame sobre la industria azucarera en California del Norte.
Claro.
These people from Chile walked in last week, and they asked this question. Jose was answering it because Jose speaks Spanish, and I'm like, what the heck are you talking about this sugar?
See.
And I run out, and the question was, tell me about the sugar industry in Northern California. These people saw a mural at Coit Tower in San Francisco, and they had sugar. And they're like, do you guys grow sugar cane here?
CNH.
They used to import the sugar from Hawaii and bring it over here, and that's where the processing plant was.
It was in
Crockett,
what's that little
right?
Crockett? Yeah, where Billy Joel from Green Day is from.
You guys, you guys get a gold star on that one. You're absolutely right. Crockett, California.
There used to be that big sign.
Sugartown.
CNH.
CNH,
Yeah,
Sugartown.
It all came from Hawaii.
That's right.
And then they shut
sugar
hydrogenated corn syrup killed the whole thing. Now
Okay,
that's why they have no more fields in Hawaii.
If you're going to be a happy volunteer, you don't do the whole part where like,
you don't tell them the bad part.
And the dark side.
And then they killed all the Indians.
It all went to hell and it sucks. Okay, thanks. So you're right. There was a sugar industry where they bring in sugar cane to Crockett, California. It's still Crockett is still there.
Yes,
and
it is.
has birthed Billy Joel Armstrong's from Crockett, right? From Green Day. Is that
I think we went to high
I
school
think
there.
he's
yeah.
from there, yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. Here's a question.
Restaurants there, too.
Don't
And
quote
a
me.
music
Good
venue as well.
Okay, don't quote you. But I just
It's right next to.
Benicia?
El Cerrito?
No. I'm sorry.
It's right next to the
I was told the
bridge.
Vino
Port
geography.
Costa. Port Costa.
Port Costa.
Port Costa.
The old, yeah.
In the 70s, and you can delete this later if you want. In the 70s, I had ate at an Italian restaurant in Port Costa, right around 1975. It's the first time I ever met Juanita.
The famous Juanita from Sonoma.
Juanita's named.
Yeah.
No.
No, Juanita, that's just her name.
The
She never
notorious
owned that.
Juanita. You don't know.
Juanita
That's
Mooson,
okay.
who knew Sally Stanford in Sausalito,
okay.
who came up here and had a number of restaurants that had monkeys and donkeys running around in her restaurants, various places in El Verano. Oddly enough, many brothels. Oddly enough, many burned down during the course of her being there. I don't know about any of the details, but Juanita Mooson was. I'm probably saying her name wrong. She's a very historic Sonoma figure. And Juanita is only a namesake. Maybe it's a tribute.
Go to Church Mouse.
We have to ask
Really?
Kate. Yeah. But yeah, Juanita.
Guys, this needs to be in the radio show that you do, the 20 years looking back of the main people in Sonoma and characters. I don't think is George Weber going to impersonate Juanita now?
She may have been in some of his.
Yeah, she could very easily have been.
All right, that's good. So Sugar and then Juanita.
Port Costa,
all that thing there.
Crockett.
That was good.
East Bay.
Right.
Here's a question. Hey, how long will the mustard flowers be in the vineyards?
How long?
When do you remove the mustard from the vineyards?
I don't know that they remove them. They'll when the buds start to break, they'll end up mowing and plowing the mustard underneath, but so they don't actually die out. They'll turn the green mustard. I would probably say, and it kind of depends on how the season is going, but I would say by mid-May or so, those will all be turned under.
James, why don't you stop prevaricating? Give me the actual date. What day is mustard cut down day? Please, I must know.
May 1st. And then they do then they do the spray, which makes the Sonoma aroma.
Oh, really? Yeah. And that spray is a special concoction of manure and more manure. Yeah, it's really good. Mm-hmm. Sir, this is a question we got via text. Ready? Sir, I am a loyal listener to the podcast. I love it. I am planning a visit to Sonoma Valley from North Carolina.
Wow. And
I have heard that there are 2-for-1 passes for tasting rooms. Where can I find them?
At the Sonoma Valley Visitors Bureau.
You're hired.
Can you you might be able to pre-purchase them online.
Well, some of the wineries you can get 2-for-1 passes right there. You're absolutely right. So thank you. You
guys the Visitors Bureau would be a good place to start because they are the knower of all things Sonoma Valley.
Bob, you should probably listen to Jim a little bit.
Yeah. He's my
smart guy. You're right. Stop by one of the 2 visitor centers, the one at Jacuzzi Winery. We have one also at the Plaza.
Jacuzzi.
Yeah, we have a little mobile one out there.
There used to be one at Vianza, but it's in Jacuzzi now.
Moved one driveway up.
Oh, well, it's not hard to find.
Not that hard to find. Mm-hmm. Speaking of wineries, is there a good Easter service at a winery?
Easter?
At Klein Cellars, there's a sunrise service every year at 6 a.m. or sooner, whenever the sun rises. That's hours before my eyes open. But,
you're right. Klein is correct. JMB, change the name of your show.
To Useless Trivia?
Useless Wine Trivia.
Here's one I got right before I came here. And why I was a little late running out because someone walked in.
Because you looked at an email?
I'll just answer this one email.
Someone came into my office and said, "Where is Monday Bakery?"
Monday Bakery is actually in Napa, but they have a resale outlet next to Della Santina where they sell pastries and some of the things that they make at their big facility in Napa.
Number 14 is the first street east. Yeah.
Thank you.
Napa Street. Sorry.
Right. I like how he took my very specific, like the Monday actual bakery.
Yeah.
You're right. They do bake most of it at their facility.
They make coffee here
in Napa, but yeah, they have coffee and sandwiches and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have. I've been there.
Wait, is it Napa Street or Napa Road? Bob?
Street.
It's the same thing, right?
The Napa Street is a street. Napa Road goes to Napa.
Where does Napa Street
It's the road
go?
to Napa.
Napa Street goes down to the end of goes to El Verano, and it ends in what is the place? It's where the fire station is.
Yeah, 8th Street.
There's a place for that area of the valley. It's not Shellville. It's not that far down.
We call it the East Side.
It ends at 8th Street East, and then it goes off into Old Winery Road and that whole thing.
I want everyone to know that they're getting super specific about an area that's about 3 square miles. That's a very Sonoma thing to do.
This portion is about 8 square feet, maybe yards.
But final question: is there a cave on Cavedale?
Yes.
Several.
There's a lot of caves in the valley.
Up there's even wine.
He's not going to talk about the Chinese caves because I'd have to kill him. Oh. But there is the cave Dale, right?
Up there on Cavedale Road.
It's a cave that belonged to Dale.
Now you're making crap up. There wasn't a guy named Dale that had a cave.
What do you know? Are you from here?
Wow.
All right, guys. That's. I told you I would do that. I'd keep this under an hour.
Okay.
I don't want to lie to you because I know you got appointments you got to go to.
Well, you're going to buy me lunch.
Places to go, people to see. I don't get lunch. I have to go do a training session for clients.
Oh, okay. So see,
I'll eat his.
He's a very important gentleman.
Yeah. Order something for me.
If people first and foremost come to Sonoma Valley, they should listen to your station. What is the FM dial, please?
It's 91.3 on the FM dial, and you can point your browser to ksvy.org and stream us online, or you can download the app from Google Play or the Apple iPhone store, and you can listen to us all over the world.
I love that. And if people have
possibly Russia
in the free world.
In the free world. If a lot of people keep on rocking in the free world, if they want to donate money, is there a place they can find to donate money on that?
It should be front and center. There's information about becoming a sponsor, and there's also a way to donate as little as $5, $10, any amount you want, or you can even give a recurring donation. Say you want to skip that one latte a month and you want to donate $10 a month, we'll be happy to do that as well. And that's right on the homepage, whether you're there on a mobile device or on a desktop. You should be able to see that.
Or you can do the ever coveted 91.3 monthly.
Oh, I like that.
$91.30.
Yes.
Every month.
I'm a donor.
Sustainer
I
Society.
gave up
I'm
5
a member.
lattes for that one.
Or you could just stop by the studio and hand Bob a check. That happens more often than
A big publisher's clearinghouse.
That happens more often than you
Venmo,
think. People
you
just show up and go, "Hey, I heard your radio and we love it. Here's $20."
Hey, I am not joking. I really do love this station, and I will, not only because my daughter has the K-pop show, but also because you guys create really a venue for the community, and I think it's valuable. And I'm not just like shining you guys. It's important, especially from tourism. People often think tourism is something that just comes and takes away from the community, right? And like, oh, tourists are clogging up the roads and they're changing things. But what I love is saying, no, visitors who come here should listen and interact with you guys because the media it's made here is local. It's locally made.
Check it out.
Well, I thank all the tourists that come here because a lot of people don't realize, even the locals that complain about the tourists, don't realize that the places that they're painting in town and the places that they're building websites for or whatever have that money to pay the locals because tourists came to town and gave them that money. Yeah. It's a two-way street. If the tourists were all gone, it'd be Orland.
There's several towns of 8,000 people in the Central Valley of California.
It'd be exactly like this, where 80% of them are on welfare. I mean, the tourists are I don't even want to say a necessary evil. I love talking to people from out of town. If I'm sitting at the Swiss Hotel and somebody sits down and says, hey, where are you from? And you get a flavor for, and then you can talk about how California was founded literally 100 feet away, right on the corner of the plaza. People, they love that, and I love doing that. So I welcome the tourists.
Occasionally, I'll say, "Do you want to see the one bullet hole that exists in Sonoma, city of Sonoma?"
I've taken Bob's tour of the plaza.
Yeah. You want to see the really cool stuff?
The haunted house.